I never imagined my life would take such a painful turn. Once I was full. My husband, Elimelech, and I had a home in Bethlehem, the house of bread. But famine drove us away, forcing us to seek refuge in the land of Moab. I left Yahuwah's land hoping for survival, yet in Moab, I found only sorrow. First, my husband died. Then, my sons, Mahlon and Kilion, married Moabite women, Ruth and Orpah. I held on to hope, believing that perhaps Yahuwah would still barak our family, but then death came for my sons too. I was left alone, a grieving widow in a foreign land, with no sons to carry on our name. I heard that Yahuwah had visited Bethlehem again, bringing food to his people. My heart longed for home. There was nothing left for me in Moab. So I told my daughters-in-law to return to their families. They were young, they could remarry, bear children, and find happiness again. Orpah, through her tears, kissed me and left. But Ruth refused. She clung to me with a strength I did not understand. She said, "Where you go, I will go. Your people shall be my people, and your Elohim my Elohim." Her words pierced my soul. She was choosing the path of hardship with me, forsaking everything familiar to serve Yahuwah. She did not know what awaited her in Bethlehem, yet she followed me without fear. When we arrived, the women of the city murmured in surprise. "Is this Naomi?" they asked. I told them, "Do not call me Naomi," which means pleasant. Call me Mara, which means bitter, for Yahuwah has dealt bitterly with me. I went out full, but Yahuwah has brought me back empty. Ruth refused to sit in sorrow. She wanted to provide for us, so she asked to glean in the fields. It was a humble task meant for the poor and foreigners, but she embraced it with willingness. When she returned that evening, my heart nearly stopped at the sight of the grain she carried. She had gathered far more than I expected. "Where did you go to glean today? In whose field did you work?" "In the field of a man named Boaz." At that moment, hope stirred within me. Boaz was one of our Go'elim, one of our kinsmen, our redeemers. Yahuwah's hand was at work. I could tell it. So I told Ruth to remain in his fields, but she would be safe under his care. As the days passed, I watched Boaz closely. He was a man of integrity, kind and generous. He had heard of Ruth's devotion to me, and I could see the admiration in his eyes. But Boaz was an honorable man. He would not take what was not his to claim. The harvest was ending, time was slipping away. If Boaz was to redeem our family, he needed to act. So I gave Ruth instructions, ones that required great courage. Wash, anoint yourself, and go to the threshing floor. Wait until Boaz has finished eating and drinking. When he lies down, uncover his feet and lie there. He will tell you what to do. I knew what I was asking of her. It was not a proposal, nor was it improper. It was a sign of submission, a request for Boaz to recover her with his protection, to redeem her as his wife. When Ruth returned, her arms filled with grain and her heart filled with Boaz's promise, I knew Yahuwah had not forsaken us. Boaz wasted no time. He went into the city gate and confronted the nearer kinsman, offering him the right to redeem our land. When the man refused, Boaz took his place before the elders of Bethlehem. He declared, "You are witnesses that I have redeemed all that belonged to Elimelech, Mahlon, and Kilion, and I have taken Ruth, the Moabitess, as my wife, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance." The people rejoiced, baraking Boaz and Ruth, praying that their house would be like that of Peretz, born to Tamar and Yehudah. When Ruth bore a son, I held him in my arms. The women of Bethlehem spoke over me, saying, "Barak be Yahuwah, who has not left you without a redeemer today. May his name be honored in Yisrael. He shall be to you a restorer of life and a sustainer in your old age, for your daughter-in-law who loves you has borne him." And we called him Obed, and he became the grandfather of David. I once believed I had returned to Bethlehem empty, but Yahuwah had been working all along. Through the faithfulness of Ruth, the kindness of Boaz, and the redemption Yahuwah provided, our family was restored. I had mourned the loss of my sons, but Yahuwah gave me a grandson who would carry our name forward, and through him the lineage of HaMashiach would come, bringing redemption not only to our family, but to the entire world. Now I no longer call myself Mara. Yahuwah has made me Naomi once again. Crazy tree.